here. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about Frag Forest and show you guys, whoever you are, where it's at. So we're still kind of using this one level as a base, just to design the core features of the game around a constant. So let's just talk about first the movement, I guess. It's very similar to how it has been since the beginning, which is that a jump adds speed. We've made it so that every wall jump, jump adds speed, but if you do a wall jump, the speed that you're going affects the height of the wall jump. So getting some speed, maintaining it is key to getting around the map faster, I guess. There are a few places in this map where you need to be going at a certain speed in order to do a certain thing, but generally it's not kind of required, it's just kind of an advantage. Doing a wall jump knocks off a little bit of speed as well, so the idea is that you build speed in order to do the wall jump, but then you can't just kind of infinitely wall jump and then pop out the top at maximum speed. So there you go, it's kind of movements. The jumps are kind of low and small. Okay, so the weapons, we have the slingshot, lost focus. Sounds are dumb, by the way, so we haven't really done a sound pass. It's all just about understanding what's going on at the moment. So the starting weapon is the slingshot. Previously it did not cost ammo, but at the moment it costs 5 ammo. Currently splash damage only, and can be used also to get around the map like so. I will probably put back self-damage onto it though, but because it has such large splash damage, having self-damage means that it's basically useless or too useful in close range. So it's kind of designed to hold people off a bit, I guess, when you've just freshly spawned. So there you go. Second weapon is Juicer, which does not work unless you're within kind of mid-range of the guy. It automatically tracks the other player when you are within 6,000 whatever Unreal units, and it pushes them back and pushes you back, so that's more pronounced when you're off the ground. There you go. Next one is this squirter, which I'm actually really happy with right now because it has this cool zoom out effect, where you can see the edges of the map, which is not too great. But so how much damage and how much ammo this uses depends on how long you are charging it up for. So you're pressing it down to charge, and then you're releasing to fire. So this maximum is 50. It'll automatically release at 50, and it costs half the amount of damage. The ammo is half of the damage. So if you do 50, it'll cost 25. Okay, next one on the list is Shredder, which is like the close range weapon. Has been nerfed a little bit, so it has a little bit less damage and a little bit higher ammo cost. So if you're doing it from far away, you're unlikely. It's not meant to be really useful as a kind of, I guess, a spam weapon. You're not meant to be able to kind of spam it from mid-range at people and do much. It's not meant to be. That's not meant to be its effective range. Let's grab some ammo here. It's meant to be effective like so. Yeah, so they are the 4 weapons that are in the game. So there are only like 4 weapons, 3 non-starting weapons, and the idea is that in arena FPS games, which is where the basic gameplay concept is coming from, there are only kind of 3 general use cases. You got to short range, mid range, long range, and we just, of course it's nice to have a varied weapons for that kind of situation, but basically we want to make a simplified version of that concept, so that's what we're doing here. Armors have not changed. You have a 50 and you have a 25, and that's it. 100% absorption, and it gets visualized by this ring around you. And so and a mega health as well, which gives you can't collect over 50 health except for this mega health, and when you get it, it kind of drips away, decreases down to 50 over the course of maybe a couple of minutes or so. Not sure exactly how long it takes, to tell you the truth, but you can see it going down there. So it might be just 30 seconds or something, I'm not sure. Yeah, and the basic pickups haven't changed. You get 10 health or 15 ammo. I believe they're 15. Yeah. And the weapon pickups look like so, and we have built a little teleport system as well, which I actually I think it's nifty. Because of course the 2D game just works on the y-axis, so it's just basically changing the y-axis, teleporting you to another axis, where you play as if that was the normal axis. Currently about to start experimenting with more organic shapes. You can see how this tree branch sticks through the map, and probably don't want the whole map to be like that, but I think for a nice immersive forest atmosphere, be okay. In order to make that work better, I've kind of got a depth of field thing working here, which is also a little bit experimental at this stage. Here's a bug. If you hit the corner of a thing, you just run, and when you let go, you just, oh, well, you can just pop off at like 1 billion miles an hour. At the time I didn't. I think it's got something to do with the fact that this is on an angle. Yeah, so this depth of field effect is kind of, it isolates the playable midground. I think it kind of seems to be working okay. See how it works. Yeah, it's still working when you change the FOV to for the rails. Sniper. What are they called again? Squirter, for the squirter. Yeah, so seems to be working okay. It makes it less visually complicated if you are going to have a background, a foreground, and so on. And of course it's based on where the camera is, so when you go through a teleport it's all good. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Some of the effects do not work quite well. It's just one of the main... I'm having... The hardest thing for me is like replication, which is making things happen in the same way on the server and the client. So there's a juice stream, but you can see the other screen doesn't have it, and one screen has one player has a damage flash, but the other one doesn't. So this guy doesn't even have a juicer stream. Now he does. Magic. So yeah, it pushes you back so you can kind of fly and float. And I think that would be cool to keep yourself off the ground and out of harm's way while you're using it. Might be interesting. Yeah. So the juicer needs a bit of work. I need to play around with that a little bit more to try and get that replication of the effect happening. It is working in exactly the same way for both, which is good because it means it's kind of playable or at least testable. But yeah, I need to. The effect is not right. I've also started working on kind of having an actual game. So it's in warm-up mode. If you press 0, you go to ready. Let's do it for both, and when both are ready, it kind of counts you down into a game. And it should reset most things and set a timer. There was an issue where... Why? I don't know what's happening there. Okay, that's what's meant to happen. So it'll give you a 5-minute game at the moment, which is just a test, I guess. Why did that not damage that guy? That was weird. I was doing it. I've never seen that before. That's a new one. Interesting. Something to do with the game, like the way I've set up the start of the game, I believe. There was a thing which is not happening now. I think I may have fixed it perhaps, but there was a thing happening where the score wasn't being shown for the server. Like the server, this player over here on the left, I'm controlling right now, is the server, and they were not seeing their score. They were seeing 0. So if they were making a frag, they weren't getting that. But it seems to be okay now, at least in this kind of environment, which is an emulated server, I think. No, it is an actual server, but it's like a 0 lag server. Yeah. This is kind of, yeah, this starting weapon is splash damage only, which I recently actually made it a bit faster as well, which is maybe why it's bugging out or something. Anyway, everyone's scores seem to be happening properly now. Still have the backwards your arrow, or your nose, whatever you like to call it, your directional indication thing is occasionally becomes backwards, and it happens more when you're the client connecting over the net, because the way I've set up shooting, like pressing up and down to get your arrow up and down, it actually happens over the net, which is really dumb. It should happen on the client and then replicate over the net, but I've made it happen on the server. It's just weird. It's just the only way I can get it to work, and at some point I really need someone to look at this stuff and say, oh, this is because you've done this, you should be doing this, because it's all the first time for me. Which I'm pretty happy with what I've accomplished so far, but yeah, at some point, some stuff like that is just too buggy. But the basics of it, I seem to be getting stuff done, a little bit slowly perhaps, but that's okay. I've been working on this about a month, I guess. Pretty much full time, I guess. I was hoping to have something, I don't know, I was probably dreaming. I was thinking I could have something, you know, that would be ready to play. Oh, the good thing is that I can show you is that there is an actual server browser. So if you load up, if you download this game, you'll want to set your controls first. Scroll wheel and N and M are used for changing weapons, and also your gamepad shoulder buttons. So you want to do that first. But if you have multiplayer, what you can do is you can say if you logged into Steam, you can host a game, and your friend will be able to open the game, and will be able to see your game appear here and join it, and you'll be able to play over the net. And I believe, you know, once you've both pressed 0, you'll be readied up, and it'll start a game, and hopefully it'll be a 5-minute game, and at the end it'll tell you the scores, which will be redundant because you already know because you played the game. But then it'll there'll be a button to go back to the main menu, and then you'll just have to start a new game, having set it up to kind of travel automatically to the next game or the next map. I've logged out of. I'll see if it will connect to this guy's game. No, it's entered a new game. Yeah. So yeah, a few bugs, but I'm pretty happy. Alright, cheers, leave it at that.